Hello, everybody. It is me, Andrew, and welcome to this video talking about Tarot certification. Um, Tarot certification has been kind of a hot button issue and topic for a while. There's a lot that goes into um, the topic, and there's a lot of feelings that go into it. Um, What I want to talk about today is the benefits of it, who could benefit from it, and maybe who doesn't really need it. Um, and then kind of tell you a little bit about my own journey with certification courses. So, like I said, tarot certification, people that I know, love, and adore are on both sides of this. There are people that I love that are like, yeah, sure. And there are people that I love that are like, fuck that. And this is kind of one of those videos where I'm not taking sides necessarily. I'm just telling you, like, to tune out the bullshit. And if it's something that you could personally benefit from, then do that. The first certification course that I ever took was the Certified Angel Card Reader course from Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. This was almost 8 years ago, um, and I loved it. I had been reading cards for family and friends for a while and decided that I wanted to take the next step. And it actually got gifted to me, as well as the advanced certified angel card reader course got gifted to me as well. So the reason why I wanted to take these courses was I wanted to learn more, right? I wanted to soak in the knowledge, and I wanted to have something backing me saying, hey, like, you are certified, like, you can do this. And I think that that was part of the allure of it. Was I was just starting out. I had zero credibility. Like, I had zero, like, I had nothing backing me. And I didn't like that, and I wanted to have something backing me up. Um, so I took the course and started my Facebook page after I finished the course and completed it. On my birthday, July 17th, I started reading cards professionally. And I was really comforted by the fact that I had done the work that was needed to say I have done this. I've done the examples. I've done the test readings. I've done the work. I've done the homework. I've learned everything I possibly could. I've taken notes galore. Like, I'm ready to do this, and that's what made me feel ready to do it. When it came to um, the advanced certified angel card reader course, that one was amazing, and I felt like backed me even more. So there are several certification courses that I've taken over the years besides those two. A lot of them have been Doreen Virtue um, certification courses. Um, like, my God, I'm trying to think. Past Life Healer course. Um, I've taken the certified Realm Reader course, the Fairyologist course, any course that she had that involved certification, I took it. Um, and it was it was something that made me feel good, right? And I liked having certificates. I'm a projector, that's my human design, and recognition makes me happy. And so that was kind of what I did. And I started branching out into traditional tarot. I would say probably maybe 2 years or less, 2 years, give or take a few months. I started branching out into traditional tarot. And branching out into traditional tarot, it wasn't as scary as I thought it was going to be, because angel tarot really does, it carries over a lot of the same meanings. It just skews it a little bit more positively. Um, and whereas traditional tarot is very like, if it's the three of swords, it's three swords poking through a heart. You know, the three of air in angel tarot is unicorns. So it is one of those things where it didn't, like, necessarily jar me energetically, but I was just like, whoa, this is a lot. And so naturally, like the first website that comes up when you Google tarot card meanings or anything like that is Biddy Tarot. So I didn't take her Mastering the Tarot Card Meanings course. I did take the Reading Tarot with Confidence. And I took that course and then decided that I wanted to have a certification in traditional tarot. And so I did that. And I was able to place out of taking the Mastering the Tarot Card Meanings course, um, and was able to do the certification. And that's been probably 6 years um, or so ago. Yeah, about 6.5, 5.5, 6 years ago. So I took that and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And the reason why I loved it so much, and this is kind of the setup for a lot of tarot certification courses, is that you do test readings and then you get feedback on the readings. And I got feedback from Bridget. Bridget is the founder of Biddy Tarot, and I got feedback directly from her, and I use that feedback in literally every single reading that I do, especially when people are asking, like, should I do this? Or tell me about this. My gut instinct yeah, sometimes is to be a little too brash. Um, but I realize that people have free will choices, and so I kind of tend to say, this is what the cards are saying. This is where the energy is right now. Like the next step is up to you. If you proceed to go this route where with the inner where you know with where the energy is right now, then you're not going to have a good experience. Or you can choose to go a different route and move on. So it was really cool. I thoroughly enjoyed the certification course. I did stress myself out quite a bit trying to get it finished. But I mean, other than that, I've taken a lot of certification course, chakra healing. I've taken the Certified Angel Intuitive course by Doreen Virtue. That was by far one of my favorites. The Certified Angel Guide course by Kyle Gray. I've taken. Um, what else have I taken? I've taken a lot. Um, and, to me, it just is something that I can add to my portfolio. It was something that I can add to my repertoire. I've taken mediumship courses. Um, angelic mediumship in general, I've taken those. And it really feels like it makes me feel personally that I've done the work and that I have the credibility and that this is where it is. And I actually got guidance from someone who I highly respect in the tarot community, like highly respect. And she told me, when she was looking at my website, she was like, "You need to take the certifications like off. Still have them on there, but have them at like somewhere else, like at the bottom or something, because no one really cares." And I was like, "Well, that makes sense." So now, like, instead of having when you go to my website, which is in the link in the description of this video, you will see that my certifications are like at the bottom, and or they're not like right there. Um, so yeah, so that's kind of my journey with certifications. And like I said, I took them because I really wanted to have something behind my name and something that says, "Hey, like I did the fucking work." Like, I'm not just some random asshole who says, "I'm gonna do tarot readings," and like is a total piece of shit. That's just not me. So, um, that's kind of why I took certification courses. Now, if you're the kind of person where you have been reading tarot for fucking years, it goes without saying that you probably don't need a tarot certification course. You probably just don't. It's not something that, unless you just, have free time and want to. But if you are the kind of person that if you were like me, I just want something backing me. Like, I just want something saying, hey, you've got this. Like, hey, oh, he did this. Like that, must mean he's good. And that's not saying that a lot of the people that, didn't do certifications are not good. So please don't think that I'm saying that. But that's how I think of them. It's it's such a touchy subject because when it comes to tarot certification, like a lot of work goes into it, and sometimes they're very expensive. Sometimes they are just pricey, and that price kind of factors in a lot of the time and the work and the mentorship that comes from, the actual people who you're being certified from. So if you're the type of person who, like I said, has been reading tarot for a long time, if you're the type of person who doesn't necessarily really, who just like is self-taught, then live your best life. You don't need a certification. But if you're the kind of person who, like, if you're like me, like I learn best when someone is teaching me. Like that's the way that I learn. Like if, like I have so many spiritual books that like I literally just like sit here and I haven't read them because I would rather read fiction. If I take a course, then I'm holding myself accountable for it because I'm like, hey, I spent money on this course, or like this course is really important, so I'm going to really put in a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of effort into something that I paid for. So that's kind of something too to think about. Like if you're that kind of person where like your not your self-discipline is low like mine, but but if you're the kind of person where it's difficult to learn on your own, then this is definitely an avenue you might want to look at. And maybe not even certification, maybe just tarot classes or courses in general, because there's millions of them. Um, like I'm even getting ready to start working on my Angels and Tarot course, or revamping a course that I did years ago now. So there's a lot that you can do, and there's a lot that you can bring to the table, even if you've never taken a certification course. But courses in general, I feel are um, very relevant and very helpful for people who maybe have a harder time learning on their own. Now, if you're the kind of person you're totally self-taught and you're just like, I've read all the books, I know this, I can do this, by all means, do it. Do it. Tarot certification doesn't make you, you know, the end all be all. Being certified in anything doesn't make you an end all be all, but I think that it's important to acknowledge that, you did the work. And if you've taken a certification course, then hell yeah, like live your best life. But it's kind of like this. Like people used to say that like if you don't go to college, you won't have a good job. And they said if you, I was always told you'll be flipping burgers, which by the way, we're relying on them right now in the middle of a pandemic, so they should be making a living wage. Um, but I did not finish college, and in that time, I've had a really good job as a flight attendant. The company that I work at now, I make good money and I love what I do, and it's a one of the most uh, profitable companies in the world, if not the most. I'm not sure, but it's up there, and I'm not probably not the most, but it's definitely like top 10. And I have a good job. So it's not saying, you don't have to be certified to be a good tarot reader. You don't have to be certified to be a good, a good person, a good like reader. Like that's just not what has to happen. But there are people that want to take courses and there are people that want to take certifications because that's how they learn best and that's what gives them the confidence to read. And if taking a certification course gives you the confidence to read like for others and helps you like live your best life, then do it. Like, don't let anyone else's opinion kind of steer you away from that because I've seen really popular people in the tarot community and people that aren't so popular anymore couldn't necessarily stand the test of time. Um, Say like, oh, like, you know, certification is bullshit. And I respectfully disagree with that. Like I said, that's how a lot of people learn. Like me, girl, look, I need help. And, sometimes oops, sometimes I need to oops I just need to have someone present to me the information so I can like sit down and take notes and write notes and call it good. Like right now I'm taking Dorian Virtue's mediumship course that's like not available, that I found, one of my friends found for me, like from the fucking ethers of the goddamn internet. They found it for me, and so now I'm taking it. She doesn't offer this anymore, but it's really good. But I'm the kind of person where I do best if someone is teaching me. I do best if I'm learning from somebody. Like learning astrology. I do not fucking know. Like, I know astrology a little bit. Like, I can have a basic conversation. But, like, if it wasn't for the tarot lady, Teresa Reed, I wouldn't know shit, like jack shit in Queer Cosmos. And her book, Astrology for Real Life, is an amazing guide to astrology. And that's one of the one books that I actually I can get through because if there's like exercises, if there's something to keep my mind stimulated, I'm good. Otherwise, my ADD trails off, and I'm reading a spiritual book about like energy healing, and then I'm like, but you know what? I really want to watch Scooby Doo. So whatever. But I think it's very important that we honor each other's journey. And if tarot reading, if a certification in tarot reading or energy healing or anything like that, if that's something that's going to help you and that's something that's going to give you confidence, then fucking do it. And if you're someone who already has that confidence and you don't need to do it, then don't. It's such an individual thing. And, don't listen to naysayers. Don't listen to people who don't who have never done it. Don't listen to people who, you know, are just like naysayers about it in general. Because there was a tarot reader on Instagram that was just like really going in about like certification, um, like really going in about certification and like how bad it is and how stupid it is. And I'm just like, that's not cool because what if that's how someone learns? Like talking bad about tarot certification to me is like talking bad about someone like who's in college or talking bad about someone who's getting a degree because someone's getting a degree in something that maybe we think is, they're never going to get a job. Like, let's say someone's getting a degree in philosophy. And if you have a degree in philosophy, this isn't like a jab at you. But people oftentimes like joke about that. Like, oh, you get a degree in philosophy. But we don't want to bullshit. Like, we don't want to make anyone else's journey bullshit, and we don't want to shit on other people's journeys. So, how about this? How about instead of shitting on people's journey, and instead of saying that this is bullshit, how about we say, if this is for you, then it's for you. And if it's not for you, then it's not for you. But whatever's going to give you confidence to shuffle cards and read cards for people and ultimately become somebody who is going to give guidance to people, because that's important. It's important to have confidence when you give guidance to people. Like it's super important because if I'm slinging cards for somebody and I sit here and I'm like, well, this card could mean this. Like, we don't want to be a walking like guidebook for tarot. Like, we don't want to be the kind of reader where a client can just go buy their own deck and fucking get a guidebook and read it. Like that's not what people pay us for. People pay us for legit guidance. And if being certified is someone it makes you feel like you're going to be confident in giving that guidance to somebody to help them through some dark times in their life, then do it. Who gives a fuck? Do it and be good at it and fuck it up. Yes, live your best life, sis. Like, do it. But if you're someone in the tarot community who maybe is against certification for whatever reason, just be careful that we're not shutting other people down and keeping other people from having the confidence to become tarot readers. Because if it wasn't for certification courses, I would not be here. Like, I would not have had the confidence, or it would have taken me a lot longer to build that confidence. Um, so, I mean, I'm a huge proponent of certification courses if you feel like it's needed, because I wouldn't be reading cards right now. I wouldn't be doing mediumship. I wouldn't be facilitating past life healings if I didn't have certification courses. So, if it's for you, it's for you, and if it's not for you, then just shut up about it. But yeah, I hope that you found this video useful. Like, I hope that like if you're the kind of person who is on the fence about tarot certification, I hope that this video was like, oh yeah, like I either really need this because that would be better for me to learn, or not. Like I said, not just certification courses, but like tarot courses in general. There's tons out there. Biddy Tarot has them. Ethany has some fucking amazing courses. There's a lot of courses that are out there right now. So don't think that, there's anything that is hindering you. There's even courses like on Instagram that people are doing for free. So if you're the kind of person that needs to take a course to feel confident and to learn, then I respect and honor your learning style. If you're the kind of person who can read all the tarot books and then start reading cards off the get go, then I respect and honor your learning style. And I respect and honor you as a person if you're watching this. And I really hope that your tarot journey has been blessed and fulfilled. And if you're just starting your tarot journey, then I hope that you have the most amazing time. I hope that you just have the best experience of your life and don't let naysayers discourage you from this path. So, if you want to book a reading with me, you can do so at the link in the description of this video. If you are wanting to find out who is on your spiritual team, so either the dragon or not either, you get all of those. The goddess, the angel, the dragon, the ascended master, the keeper of the light, um, the crystal energy, the spirit animal energy that's surrounding you, and you get guidance from the universe about your lightworker journey and your lightworker path. That's the spiritual team reading, which is available at the link in the description as well. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe somewhere down here. I don't know where, I think if you're watching this, it might be down here. But if it's not and it's over here, then just click the fucking button wherever it is. I don't fucking know. But yeah, if you find this video useful, leave a comment, share it, and I hope that you have a wonderful quarantine time. I hope that you're, being productive or not being productive, doing whatever your soul says. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.